We're going to talk about the leaders in the Bible, the kings. We had some bad kings, which was Saul, not the Saul whose name was changed to Paul, but the Saul who led the kingdom of Judah, of Ahab, who had that wife that took charge. Y'all men, y'all stand up and be men. Don't let your wife come in and do all that kind of stuff. I ain't going to name somebody, but I do know somebody that did that. You got Jeroboam and Rehoboam. Rehoboam was Solomon's son. But after his dad died and he took over the throne, he asked, what y'all think I should do? You got the one that was following in his dad's footsteps saying, hey, look, you need to ease up on the people. But he listened to his homeboys, and his homeboys, no, go harder, dude, go harder. Some people get caught up in that power, and that's crazy because you put yourself in that person's shoes. That's all I'm going to say about that. You don't want nobody to do that to you. He had already been prophesied to about the kingdom being divided, but guess what? He didn't get but two. He didn't get but 2 tribes. And then Jeroboam, which is the right-hand man, he got 10. God know what he's doing. You got to be careful how you live in your life and what you're doing so God don't take stuff away from you that you could rightfully have. And then you got Ahaz. But we're going to talk about some good kings too. We talk about David, Solomon, Hezekiah. Hezekiah was that one that his life was getting ready to be taken. They told him God was going to take his life, and he prayed. He's like, he begged God, Lord, nah, I ain't ready to go. God gave him 15 more years. He honored that prayer. That's why I say, that scripture say prayer changes things. It does. But how often do you pray to know that it will? You don't just pray, but you got to walk out this walk, this Christian walk, in a way that amplifies the fact that God is real, that God can change you. You got to be that example. That way, no matter where you go, you'll recognize the leadership, whether it's good or bad, but you still got to respect that leadership. You look at David with Saul. David was the next king, even though Jonathan was in line. But guess what? He honored Saul's position because he was the king. You don't ever forget that just because somebody tell you you're going to be the next whatever, you don't disrespect that person. That's a whole nother ballgame. But anyway, so leadership in our country is important because who you vote for as president, we got a democracy. It matters. Is that person the best that you can get as far as leadership mimicking Christ-like behavior?